Hello, easy days and pleasant nights, everyone, and welcome back to Elthea. Uh, where do we start?
Got an
Goodness.
archivist.
No, Archivist comes in after summaries, so remind me after we do the recap. Because he still struggles, Archie still struggles to separate them. So, last session, the party met someone new, a contact that Vexus found in the form of one Todd Mephistos, a free captain of Providence. No, that was 2 sessions ago. We opened up with a battle with dragons on the beach. That's right. I'm caught up. I remember what happened. We're good. I might have been stoned the last time we played. Uh,
I mean, we also
there
bypassed the
was an
Hegemon Navy.
You did. Via submersible. The dragons were dealt with. I don't want to say easily, but they were dealt with. There was some comical things, including a dragon being flipped on its ass with a whip, which is not a whip, a rumi, a whip sword. You met one Captain. I've forgotten your name. Super apologies. Barnacle Torp. And his dilapidated submersible, the submarine. Your group navigated the treacherous waters of the Meridian Hegemony completely unhindered. We had no random encounters for the entire trip, which was disappointing for me, if I'm real honest. I wanted some super underwater combat. During the trip, though, the group made some friends. There was a movie night. You got to know the crew of the submarine. And after a couple of weeks' journeys beneath the frozen waters, you made it to the submerged temple, guarded by the fearsome sea serpent. Upon arriving, the group got into gear and made their way into the temple, where some kind of depth charge was triggered, awakening the slumbering serpent. The battle was... It started out kind of scary. A couple of people got swallowed whole, and then a glorious critical for max damage turned the tide in an instant. From Anemone, absolutely delightful. The temple, after some exploration, was revealed to be a temple to the goddess Freya, or who was previously a worshipped goddess on Elthea, but has since become more of a bureaucratic assistant to Dine, the Divine Mercy. There were some very poignant connections. A staff that the pirate wanted the booty. But after some discussions, it was given to Persephone, who has earned the rank of High Priestess now with Freya. Emerging from the temple, everyone encountered a stark landscape. First off, some of you know the name, not all of you do, but the Crucible of Nero, as the thousands of miles of icy wastelands are called by the people of the hegemony, stretched out before them, leading up to the edges of the hegemony and its oily, black smoke covered and filled skies. Truly a nightmare of what those who rape and pillage their environment can do when they have zero regard for nature. They are a study in barbarism. Their lands have been stripped of all of their natural resources. completely destroying almost everything. But you are still many miles away from Meridian, the capital, which you know is where you need to go for your mission. So we're going to go to the world map over here.
Archives.
And bring in Archivist. Yes, thank you.
I got you.
Greatest tool for my games. I always forget it. Elthea broken. Start. Welcome, Archivist. I hope you're ready with the Chronicler this evening. The landscape all around you is frozen and icy. It is not snowing right now. It is a very clear day, but you are in the far north of Elthea. It is... It's cold. It's really, really cold. Probably right now, in the middle of the day, around 12 degrees Fahrenheit. And it will drop below 0 by the time the sun sets. So I'd like at this moment to go to the party so that they can start discussing what their plans are. Meridian is now marked on the world map. You have a guide who knows how to get there.
Captain Torp will begin passing out manacles. These manacles, he explains graciously, are because non-humans be considered slaves here. If you're not seen wearing these, they'll be held to pay. I'm here to act as a guide, and if we encounter other Meridians, I may say things that are unkind to you. Please know I don't mean it, and I appreciate your patronage. And I'll show you how to unlock them. They're rigged so that you can get in and out of them quickly.
So I mean, as a non-human, I guess I guess I will walk up and put one on. What do we? So are we just humans now?
If you be having magics that can disguise you as humans, those might be good, but they're not foolproof. Other non-humans have tried that before. There are some that are wise to it.
That's fine.
Specifically, the Scions of Nero and their Sorrow Weavers. Powerful mages that can see through illusory disguises.
My item only lets me turn for now, so guess most of the time I'll be shackled.
Automatons do exist within the hegemony. Most of them are clockwork and not as advanced as Vexus, but they're not usually shackled because they tend not to be like fully sapient automatons so much as like bodyguards for the powerful.
Vexus, honestly, at this point, if you were to decide to just pose as a bodyguard for myself, it would probably put you in a good position. Don't act entirely sentient.
Also, yeah, we can figure myself a bit. Add some pointless spinning cogs. Cover my Aeonite core.
Awesome. Just pointless clockwork. No one will ever notice. No one really knows how clockwork works. There's gears. It's moving. Doesn't make any sense.
A final word of caution. You'll be seeing things that'll freeze your heart to ice. You mustn't react. If people are looking at you, you keep your eyes down and you nod and you say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. If you'll know what's good for you.
Well, everybody, are you ready for this journey?
Everyone non-human except the captain and
I picked his race specifically for this. That's a racism.
Todd can pretend to be human pretty decently.
yeah. But we got elves, we got gnomes.
Yeah, everyone's shackled up for the most part.
Definitely. Fuck yeah. This sucks eggs. Even though it's not real, it still fucking sucks eggs.
It is absolutely gonna suck eggs. The hegemony is the big bad evil kingdom on Elthea. I am gonna do and say some things that make me feel truly horrible, so damn. I believe none of them.
Anemone is fully a gnome at this point because I feel like that is of the two things she has the ability to be, like, definitely the less offensive.
Don't be a dragon here.
Yeah, she's 100% a gnome.
Yeah, do not be a dragon here.
Oh god, no. No.
The thing to know is that these people are stupid. They expect things to be the way that they are. So if you play into their prejudices, you'll be fine.
Super true, actually. The final touches for your disguise, things that you have had to use in the past when smuggling people out of the country, is the clothing. Individual clothing is not... For the lower classes, everyone wears the same outfit with a band in a specific color around each of their sleeves. There is no other adornment. They are simple, gray clothes. Nothing else about them is special.
Please put on your gender-concealing smocks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, actually. So some important information about the class systems in the hegemony. For the two of you who are familiar with some of the workings of the country. The lower class is separated into hard labor, professional labor, and civic labor. Hard labor wears red, professional labor wears blue, civic labor wears yellow. These colors are also part of your surname. So you'll have your name, and then your surname will be the color that you serve in with the number of the generation of your family that's been that color. The upper class is divided into servants and civic, which are crimson, merchants, which are azure, and the non-royal family nobility, which are gold. All of you have low-class outfits, except maybe a merchant outfit or two for the two of you who are sneaking in with slaves.
Yeah, the Captain Torp wouldn't want to try and be something other than maybe like a merchant.
Yeah, Todd would go for merchant
Now-
as well. Non-royal family nobility sounds a lot.
Yeah. So those are the class systems for humans. Non-humans wear plain gray. They are not granted surnames. They are not granted the chance to even raise in their station in the kingdom. Many non-humans are simply used for brute labor in the mines until they die. They are rarely protected, they are rarely fed well enough to live long. So, with all of that truly horrible things in mind, any questions, concerns?
So me and Torp have to declare a generation.
Yes.
From this point, it would be Todd Azure 9.
Your family has spent 9 generations in the merchant class.
Is there a like naming convention here? Like, is it like Germanic or like?
So, kind of Latin-esque with like just general Eurasian kind of thrown in. So you could go anywhere like Baltic, Italic, some Slavic,
Okay, so we'll be
and then also
Crassus-
just general steampunk shenanigans.
we'll be Crassus Azure 2.
Glorious. 2 generations in the merchant class. New money up and coming. Persephone,
really
how are
quickly-
you doing? I haven't heard anything from you.
I was just going to ask if there's a specific language or dialect.
I was just about to say. Or like logistically as slaves, would it make sense if like we just like spoke Gnomish so that like we could maybe have to avoid interacting with people who might want to commit a hate crime against us?
You could absolutely
know.
probably try to pull that card. It could
It's
also
kind of
get
like-
you in
okay.
trouble.
Okay.
Everyone is
I'm
expected
just trying
to
to. All right.
speak.
Vitus.
Slave labor are no slave
Oh.
labor is not allowed to speak Vitus. They must
Oh.
speak the common tongue.
Oh, so we're expected to speak. We're expected to still speak common, even though we're. Okay. All right. I just wanted to clarify the language situation.
But yes, they are
Thank you
not
for
allowed
bringing
to
it
learn Vitus. And if you are caught speaking your native tongues by the scions, you will be punished. This place is fucking awful.
It's giving me straight up Wolfenstein vibes. If anybody's
I
ever
haven't
played
actually played
Wolfenstein,
Wolfenstein.
oh, so good.
The journey across the tundra will be long. If your socks get wet, stop to change them. In
It's
that
very important in
direction,
the cold. You set out. Assuming there's nothing else.
No, nothing on my end.
Good on mine.
The ice of Nero's Crucible. I know some of you are familiar with colder environs. There is a tactile difference between ice and snow, and especially like old, frozen, compacted snow. Most of this space that you are moving across has not thawed in more than a century. It is uncomfortable and dangerous. Of course. But you are not bothered by any of the creatures that some of you know to live in the ice. One of the reasons this place is called the Crucible is because oftentimes scions of Nero are sent out here to be tested. When they graduate, there is some sort of secret trial that they have to go out here and face. You don't know any of the details. It is a secret kept within the temples of Nero. But it would not be strange to encounter them here. But you do not this time. It is a grueling march. And under normal circumstances, I might make us go through all of it, but it is a week and a half straight of marching across ice. How much food everyone got with them?
Oh,
Phenomenal question.
I thought I assumed this.
Yeah, isn't it just?
I don't know. Did I assume wrong?
We brought provisions for the task at hand.
Yeah, and
I
separate
apparently have-
hierarchy.
You know,
I
it's hard
apparently
to-
have 17 rations according to my character sheet. So I have
Except
2
you all
packs
have
of
food.
7 and 1 of 3. So
Seth has 2 weeks worth of rations.
I
And
don't
this
know.
one food.
You're
Don't we
great,
have someone
then.
who makes fruit?
I don't know that Vexus is the wood kineticist and could have that ability, but I don't know that he does.
I don't have that specific. I could grow a tree for you.
As a kineticist, can't you swap out one of your lower feats for the fruit feat on a daily basis? Isn't that a kineticist ability?
Some.
No. The outskirts of Meridian come into view. There are massive pipelines that crisscross throughout the city, coming from the northern mountain peaks and heading south through the city. And a perpetual storm, not unlike the one you're used to in Steingard. There are always ships flying in the skies with spotlights. There's lightning